Hello and welcome or welcome back to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff and today we're going to review the Arkham Asylum. This set came out about 2 months ago. It is the first modular DC set that they've ever come out with, but it is a great set. It's not the first version of it though. There's been a total of 3 versions of it. I have the first version, which is set number 7785. It was released in 2006. So at the very end of this review, we're going to have the 2 versions side by side. But to start off, let's go with this one. This is set number 76300. Like I said, it was just released recently, about 2 months ago. It has 2,867 pieces and 17 minifigures. We're going to go over that. And it retails for $299.99. And in addition, this is set number 76300. Now, if you've never seen my videos before, this is what we do. We go over the dimensions. And then we go over the information about the minifigures. And then we give rankings from 0 to 10 about value, creativity, playability, ease of build, and part out value. If I give it a 0, that means it's the worst ever. If I give it a 10, it's the best ever. And then we take those 5 scores and we average them, and then we get the 6th thing we do is the ranking. And that is those 5 scores just averaged up. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, guys. Now, if you're watching this over on Rumble, please give it a rumble and follow the channel. If you're watching over on YouTube, please hit that like button and subscribe if you feel like I've earned your subscription. All right, guys, remember these videos are Enzo approved, and let's jump into the review. The dimensions of this set is a full base plate, which is 32 studs by 32 studs. However, in measurements, that's 10 inches by 10 inches by 12.5 inches from the tip of this to the table. Now, if you're on the metric system, I'm going to help you out. It's 25 by 25 by 32 centimeters tall. Let's jump into the minifigures, which, like I said, are 17. So let's get into this. I'd like to point out that there are 17 minifigures, and all 17 of them are unique to this set. There are a few that were in other sets in a different version, but as they stand, as they are, all 17 of them are unique. There are also 2 penguins. Those are not really minifigures, but they are included, and we'll show those as well. So going from right to left, we've got Bane in a prison jumpsuit, and he's also got his backpack for the gas that he has to dull his pain, and he's got a barbell in his hand. Next, we have Batman. Now, there are several versions of Batman, but this version, like I said, is unique to this set. Now, when it comes to the Batwing, this is the first appearance of the Batwing in any Lego set. And of course, like I said, he's unique. They're all unique. Then next, we have Batwoman. There has been another version of Batwoman in another set, but as she is here, she is unique. Next, we have Catwoman. Catwoman has been in 2 other DC comic Lego sets. Now, she's unique in this form, in this outfit, and everything else in the color scheme. However, she was included in the Batcave Clayface Invasion, which is set 76122, which was released in 2019. Here's a picture of that set. And also, she was included in Batman's Brother Eye Takedown, which was set number 76111, which was released in 2018, and here's a picture of that. Next, we have Harley Quinn. She's got this giant hammer here. Harley Quinn has been in other sets and other things, and in fact, I remember when she was in a different set, she sold for $55 a piece, and I remember I got several of those sets, and fun fact, a guy in Japan bought all 20 of them, so that was a very expensive purchase. I hope he was happy with it. And then next we have the Killer Croc in a jumpsuit. Now, he's been in one other set, and I do own that set, but I did not have time to locate it and build it. That is set number 7780, released in 2006, and here's a picture of that. Next we have Mr. Freeze, complete with his dome over his head and his gun, his freeze gun. And then next we have Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy has been in other sets, including the one I'm going to show you, the other Arkham Asylum. And then here we have Robin. And now this is special because this Robin is actually Bruce Wayne's son. Next, we have a Scarecrow. He is also in a prison jumpsuit, and he has appeared in 2 other DC Comics sets. And the first one is the Arkham Asylum, which is set number 7785, which again I'm going to show you at the end. And that was released in 2006, and here's a picture of that set. And also, he was also in the Batcopter, The Chase for the Scarecrow, set number 7786, released in 2007. I also have that set, but just didn't have time to build it. So this is his 3rd appearance. And then we have a generic security guard that's female, another generic one, security guard that's male. This one we had to pull off the building because she sits over the entrance of the building, and she is just basically called Statue, and she's handcuffed and she's got a lock on it. Next, we have the Joker. The Joker has appeared in a couple different sets, and I love his green hair. I mean, that's the way he was in the movie. I love his gun with the bang. They've kept that. They've also done that sort of gun in a different set, but this is the first time that we're seeing him in a prison jumpsuit. Next, we have Mr. Penguin. Mr. Penguin has been in other sets. I do have it. One of the ones he's in is the original Batcave, which I actually have 2 of those sets, but again, didn't have time to build it, but he does come complete with 2 penguins. One's holding a revolver, the other one's holding a stick of dynamite, or a bundle of dynamite, I should say. The last one is the Riddler, and that is all 17 figures, and they're all unique to this set. Now that we've gone over the dimensions and the 17 unique minifigures, let's go over the value. This set retails for $299.99. It comes with 2,867 pieces, the 17 minifigures, and at first I think, wow, that is a great value because that's 10.5 cents per piece, which any Lego set at 10.5 cents per piece is a great value. The fact that it's licensed and the 17 minifigures, I immediately want to give it a 10 because I'm thinking, wow, this is so awesome. However, Legos let us down in one really big way with this set. There's 65 stickers, and that, my friends, is just too many for a set that cost $300 brand new. So, and the other problem I have is the sticker coloring. If you look real closely, you'll see that this white is brighter than the rest of the roof. And also this right here has the same problem, this sticker here. And you might think, well, Chip, why is that a problem? Because if you look at the old ambulance, that's a sticker, and so is that. And there is no color difference. They actually matched it perfectly. So not only are we getting a whole buttload of stickers, they're not even matching the same color as the piece they're going with. So I would love to give the value a 10, but I'm gonna have to knock it down a peg and give it a 9. Now let's talk about creativity. There is so much with this set. Oh my goodness, I had a hard time looking at everything to write it down for you guys, but I want to give you guys a full review, so let's do it. First, we have the ambulance. The ambulance is, in my opinion, really cool. They use some really unique building techniques to give us this grill right here and all this. I love how they use the train window for the double windshield here. And yes, a lot of windshields do have a little metal piece here in the middle, especially on older vehicles. And when you open up the ambulance, you have the contraption that holds the prisoner. So now we put this back in here, and it does have some sort of license plate that is not a set number. That is usually typical with all Lego sets, that it has that, but it does not. Now, it does have 7785, which, like I said earlier, that is the original Arkham Asylum set number. So I love that connection they made there. That was really cool. But as far as creativity, there's more to that. Now, like I said, this is the first DC modular building we have. And this is a weird one because it is a corner modular. And I did put it up against some of my other modulars, and this one's going to be really hard to actually put in the modular thing. The first thing is there's only one Technic brick here. There's usually a second one like there is on this side in order to connect it to another modular. So that's kind of weird, but okay, all right. I'm not going to dock any points for that. And I love how they did it though. The angled entryway, this was ingenious. And without going through the instructions, several of the steps, it's really hard to show how great this building technique is, because it starts off weak, but then they end up tying it into the building real tight, and this thing does not even move at all, but it looks so beautiful. I love the angled entryway, and it was really hard for them to come up with. Another thing about this set, I love the fact that this thing is run down. As you know, in the movie, the Arkham Asylum is old, it's run down, hasn't been maintained, and so I love how they did it. I love the broken windows with Poison Ivy's stuff coming out and the Poison Ivy on the side. I love the bars on the window as if it was broken and they had to replace it. And they've got another bar on the window here. They did a really good job. I also like the fact that the fence is broken, as if somebody broke out or broke in, and we got sludge coming out of the little sewer thing here. I love it. I mean, they just did a great job. And also this front gate, oh man, this front gate, I love how they did this. They used spears, they used plant pieces, they used a track from the roller coasters in here. I mean, they just did a fantastic job, and I absolutely love it. The other thing that I absolutely love about this set is not the fact that it falls apart. We'll fix that real quick. But the other thing I like are these two gargoyles. These are brand new pieces, and they just do it for me. I love them. I know they're going to cost a lot of money on Bricklink, but I got to get me a couple because I've got that Grand Lion Hotel, and I think those will be great just randomly spread on that building. Anyway, really good. I really like the gargoyles. And Poison Ivy's corner, I've kind of mentioned it, but I love it because in the original set, they just have stickers. And we'll go over that, like I said, when we pull that one out. So, and also, I love in the back, they've got this hidden little section here. And when you take it off, the cell floor is missing, and it's got a spoon at the bottom. In fact, let's show that real quick. As you see, the floors are intact here. This last one has a giant hole in it, no tiles, and then you've got the spoon on the bottom here. And also, if you look at the security guard, I know you really can't see it very well, but they've got this sticker here, and it says spoon missing with a question mark. So they tie that Easter egg with this sticker. Also, we've got a couple different places, like right here, we've got a big hole in the wall. Now, they did not give us the pieces to fill that in like they did the Daily Bugle where the goblin breaks out. They give you enough pieces to make it whole. They did not do that here. And they also have a hole right here. And so you got two places where it's very run down, which is very, very, very close to the actual comic book, how run down it was. And then also, I also like these little security cameras. They've got one here, and they've got one here, and they've got another one next to the dumpster, and a few on the inside. Those are great. I love the use of those pieces, and I love the use of the trans, I guess it used to be trans black, now they're calling it trans brown or something, but anyway, it's a great color, just like the ones you see at Walmart or Target. They look great. And also the security desk. And I've showed that just a second ago inside with the sticker. And then the other thing that we have is we've got one spotlight right here that shows that if someone breaks out, they're going to be able to be looking for them. Also on the inside, I want to show you this. We have the security desk, and you also have Mr. Freeze's chamber. And I love how they did this. Oh my goodness, this is so awesome. They put those ingots that are white in there to make it look like padded walls, which is great for an asylum. I mean, again, they just really did a great job on this. The other thing I like is you've got this dumpster here, and at first it looks like it's stationary, but it's actually not. You can pull on it, and if I flip this around so you can see on the inside, if you look carefully, this dumpster pulling on it opens all three of the cells, including the one that has the hole in the floor. They also duplicated that on the second floor, and what you have here is you've got this little electric box right here, and when you pull on it, it opens up all of the cells to this, and it just looks really, really awesome. I love this. This is just a great set. And you've got a little like therapist room. I guess it's supposed to help them rehabilitate these villains. Now we all know they're not going to be really rehabilitated. They do have a couch and a chair in here, and they do have a little tape recorder little thing here. A couple other things about this set is they have these placements here for minifigures to be flying through the air or hanging off the building. I love that. It's a nice little touch. They have a water tower here, and also they have this drain pipe right here, and it has some water that's coming out of it as well, and a box that's just kind of sitting here. It is a box with a banana peel on it, and there's just, again, there's some stickers here on the outside. One of them says for Harvey Dent for mayor, and the other one is Metropolis, and it has a calendar on it. And also we've got another sticker that I thought was funny, and it says, "Smile, you're on camera." With all these things put together, there's no way I can give creativity less than a 10. I mean, first of all, think about how this is only a 32 by 32 base plate, and they fit all of this into one base plate. Lego really hit the mark with the amount of detail in this building as far as I'm concerned. As far as playability is also a 10. I mean, you've got so many features to the building, the security cameras, the cells that open. You've got so much Mr. Freeze's gel cell chamber thing. I mean, you just got so much that you could use on this. And in fact, I would dare say that Lego was not targeting modular collectors with this, although this is a modular. It more feels like, with all the Easter eggs, that this was targeted towards DC fans and all the different things that are in the comic books. So I think they did a really good job. As far as ease of build, that wasn't such an easy build. This was a long build because there's a lot of pieces. There is moving mechanisms, that kind of stuff. And I do base this off of how my granddaughter would build it. She's 7 years old now. And there are 24 bags of this set, 2 books, and 667 steps. So I'm going to give ease of build an 8. And as far as part out value, oh, there's a lot of great pieces in here. There's tons of tiles, there's panels, there's windows, there's doors, there's slopes, and there's the gargoyles, modified bricks. I mean, you've got so much to this set. I got to give the part out value a 9. Very high. I mean, you could do so much with these pieces and build so many other things. Great value all around. So if you average the first 5 scores, that's a 9.2 out of 10. So this is just a spectacular set. Now, I promised that I would bring out the original Arkham Asylum, so let's go ahead and let's start with the 2 ambulances. So not sure really what to expect on this. I mean, after all, they are just ambulances, and there is difference. I mean, this one's mostly white. This one has the different color scheme. Like, this one has the little line on it. This one's a whole entire brick instead of a plate. So, I mean, there are some differences. And also the style of the vehicle is different. I mean, this one's got the blue and red emergency lights. This one only has blue. This one has a more pronounced grille. This one is more built in instead of using a grille. So they did a really good job, though, on both of them. Now that we've gone over the ambulances, let's talk about the actual buildings themselves. Here we have the original Arkham Asylum. It's set number 7785, and it was released in 2006. Now, this is a great set as well, and it's different though because Lego has evolved over time. We start off with this security tower with a giant spotlight. It's got a gun on the side. It's got another clip, but nothing came with it. And then it's got this double ladder here. Next, we have the asylum itself. The asylum is, it's got the lights in the front. Nothing pops out except for this, where, well, that likes to pop out too, but that wasn't what I wanted to show you. It does have this ladder or this rope for escaping. So there is a lot to this little set, even though it's little. We've got this contraption for Batman to fly on. Up here we have what looks kind of like a medieval torture chamber up here with a whip and some other devices that don't look that great. And then we have these doors, and these doors have Penguin, Two-Face, and the Joker on it. And then when you push this lever, as you've already seen, it opens up all the cells at once, kind of like the other one, but different because the other one slid out. This one has, they just open up, which looks pretty cool. And then we have the guards tower here, and this little door right here. If there's a breakout, they can push this button and it puts bars in front of the door so it cannot be opened. And then next we have this jail cell. This jail cell is for the Riddler, and that's what the question mark is for. It has a lock on it, and it also has a weapons cache up here and a satellite dish. Of course, I've been out in the woods of Kentucky, and even mobile homes out there have a satellite dish, so this definitely should have one. I did notice the new one does not have a satellite dish. Anyway, small tangent there. This next one has a double feature here. What we have here is we've got the Scarecrow, his hat, and when you push on it, it actually breaks open his cell. And then you've got Poison Ivy, like I was saying earlier. There are a couple of leaves in here, but most of it is just the stickers on these curved panels. And then you got the Scarecrow right here in his jail cell. And next, oh, and we also have a brown rat, which I think this is the only brown rat that's ever been in a Lego set. I don't remember ever seeing any of the brown ones. I've seen light bluish gray, but I've seen dark tan, but I don't think I've ever seen brown. Last but not least to this set is the front gate. It has a security camera, the sign, which is a sticker, and then we've got the door, the gates, and then we have this heavy wall that's reinforced concrete. Now, even though this is reinforced concrete, this front gate does remind me of the new Haunted Mansion, the 3-in-1, and also the Ghost Hunters Haunted Mansion from way back. If you want to see me build either the new Arkham Asylum or the original one, I did live streams for all of that. This one, I'll put a link in the description, and this one I will put a link to the first video, and it's in a playlist, and I believe there was 4 different live streams. Thanks for getting this far in the video. I really do appreciate it. If you guys would hit that like button or the rumble button depending on where you're watching, and either follow or subscribe depending on where you're watching. Also turn on all notifications, that way you'll know when I put out a current video or do a live stream. And also leave me a comment below. Let me know if you've got the set, if you want to get the set, whether you're saving up to get it. Let me know if you built it. Let me know if you like the build, what you thought of it, and if you think my rankings are right on or way off or somewhere in between. Just let me know. All right, if you guys want to support the channel, there's 3 ways, and there are several ways, but there's 3 ways that have links in the description. The first way is to make a PayPal donation. Second way is to head over to Bricklink and buy pieces off my Bricklink store. All the money goes back into the channel to help me continue the channel. So if you want to help out, please do that. And also, if you need dividers for your Etsy drawers, please head over to my Etsy shop. Links in the description. Also, if you don't have the financial means, and I do understand everyone's different and everyone's in a different place, so if you don't have the financial means, that's totally okay. I just appreciate you being here. I appreciate every comment, every like, every subscription. And if you want to still help the channel, here's 2 ways you can help me out. First way is to share a link to this video on other social media platforms. The second way is to watch another video right after this one. All right, guys, be good to each other, stay safe out there, and be looking out for my next review video.